This is Chuck here. We're going to be talking about the salutation today. I want to break it down into how do you do the salutation here at Mount Thai and why we do what we do, and just a quick summary. Each school will be able to tell you probably a little bit more details, but this will give a basic idea. Okay, so what the salutation is what you're actually doing is you're trying to recognize something specific. Just like when you're in the military, show, and you do this, it's to recognize something specific. So when we salutate for two basic reasons. Okay, we salutate in and out of a class, and then we salutate in and out of a kata. Now, bowing is the one that's multi-use. You can bow on and off of the mat. You can bow on and off of a kata. You can bow on and off of a lot of different things. But the salutation is because you're saluting something specific. That's why even back in the old days when you did a kata, you always salutate at the beginning of the kata, you salutate at the end of the kata. Now what we did is salutate at the beginning of the kata, do the kata however many times you need to do it, then salutate out. Okay, now, so that's the reasoning behind the salutation. All right, so what we're looking to do here is you're going to be stepping back left as you bring your right hand up in a ridge hand position and your left hand with an open hand position. So as I step back left, my right hand comes up and my left hand comes here, and everything meets at my right shoulder. I don't want it to be up at the eye level because then I cannot see. So I want it to be at shoulder level and at my right dominating shoulder. Okay, so then at this time, I want to take and push it out a little as I turn to a square horse. Now, at this moment, this is where we go to showing the front of our hands, showing the back of our hands, and putting our hands together. Then we want to go to hands up and feet up at the same time with the left foot in somewhat of a cat position. Then we're going to go to double hands, kind of moving like gears. At the same time, you're going to step off left and bring it down. Then from here, you're going to put away your weapon, which I'm going to disguise all this, and put your left hand in front. And it wants to be straight or slightly curved. Either way is okay, but the thumb is not up. We want the thumb down. You want to take the two knuckles in the right hand and place it into the heart of the left hand and bring them together. Okay, as you do it. Now, first, with the salutation, there are 8 steps. Okay, now I'll show you what I mean. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, each one has a purpose. So let me tell you a quick little review on it, and then I'll show you the 3. Because there's the 8, the 3, and then make it your own. Okay, so when we go to do the understanding of the 8, okay, so no religious connotations, it's just symbolistic. Okay, so 1, you're going to turn your right foot and stepping back in a cross-step position. At the same time, your left hand is the one that's supposed to be your heart, your convictions, who you are, your table of understanding. Your right hand is your weapon, the thing in which you deliver your knowledge with, and all this sort of stuff is what it is. So what you're saying is I put my weapon and my knowledge together. I use them as one as we go to 2, because this is 1. As I turn and push with 2, I use them together. So my knowledge guides my weapon. Then here you're saying I've got nothing in my hands, but at this other time there's another statement going on. Okay, we're still saying there's nothing in my hands. Okay, now, the first meaning is when you bring it up, you're showing how your sleeves come down, so there's nothing here, and then you drop down and go here saying absolutely nothing. That way, so anything couldn't be slipped out or anything like this, and then you say, I put away my weapon, which was your right hand, to learn, which was your left hand, so your left hand covers your weapon. Okay, so that's the idea of the 8. The second meaning that also goes with it, I show my hands that there's nothing involved. However, if we do battle, I will grind you into powder, put you beneath me, and step on you. That's why they have to end at the same time. But I put away my weapon, to learn. Now, if you run across where you're going to challenge somebody like in sparring or something like this, and it's not such a friendly game, that's where you actually, when you're here like this, you would then turn your left hand into a palm like so, and then you go like this, and because you're saying, with all of my knowledge, I fight you with my weapon. Now, when two masters or two people of a higher level meet each other, a lot of times what they will do is a neutral bow. A neutral bow is where the left hand is actually up at a diagonal, this is at a slight diagonal, and you're looking at each other. So that's saying, yeah, I see you, this is my weapon, and I see you. And it's a respect thing. Now, we don't go into full tradition that the lower you bow and all that. We just simply look, that is an acknowledgement of someone's skill. Okay, now, so we did the 8. Let me hit the 3 real quick. The 3 is the idea of where stopping points happen. Okay, so the first one is 1. Then 2 goes here. 3 always is the bow, because the bow is always the last of it. All right, so I'm going to do the salutation. What I mean by the personality thing, just so you can see the difference, it's very subtle between the way that they're thinking. Okay, someone who has a tendency to be will say by the book and very sterile about things. So I'm going to be by the book and kind of very sterile about it. Okay, so now that is a person where they decided to make their breaks and everything is personal. Okay, now me adding something like a little pizzazz with it. So that's adding something with some pizzazz where you're being real out there. So some people see it as a salutation or like a salute that you would be given to something. So to them it becomes very official. So different personalities are allowed to come out, even if it is all on a singular note. Okay, so that is what the salutation is. So, have a good one.